India is having one of its unique opportunities, that is demographic dividend. It is an age where the working population exceeds the dependent population. And India has this window up to 2055. Hello everyone, this is Prathyusha. Welcome to Law Excellence. In today's session, we're going to discuss about the demographic dividend. Is it an opportunity or a crisis? Now, this issue is being present in the news, and we have been observing a recent article regarding the ticking bomb. It is the demographic dividend is being present in the form of a time bomb, where if it is not utilized properly, it might turn into a disaster. Now, this question was already been asked in the mains, and maybe we'll be getting a question in the prelims. Now, let's see what is the India's advantage related to the demographic dividend. Now, as I told, more than 65% of the population in India is present in this working group. That is nearly around 800 million people are being present regarding the demographic, where large amount of working age population is being present. Not only that, if you see the median age, the working age that is being present, here we can see in India it is 28.8 years, whereas in China it is 39 years, and in USA it is 38 years. And as I told you, 65% of the population, around 800 million, is being present in the form of the working age. And India is expected to add around 183 million workers between 2020 to 2050. And the female labor force has been increased from 23.3% up to 41.7% according to the recent periodic labor force survey. And if this opportunity has been harnessed by India, we can observe that our economy from 3 trillion will be turned into 9 trillion by 2030, and we can even achieve 40 trillion economy by the end of 2047. But this demographic dividend is still having large amount of mismatches are being present, and a few crises are being there. Now, if you see what are the different mismatches and the crises that are being present regarding the demographic dividend. First, if you see, there's large amount of mismatch between the job and the skill that is being developed. Now, if you see, the youth that has been unemployed, though we have large number of graduates have been present, more than 40 plus, around 50% of the graduates are unemployed in nature. And you can see there's a higher among the educated ones. Here you can, there's a 10% of unemployment overall it is being present. Second, there's large amount of educational gap. The educational that's been imparted in the schooling or in the colleges, graduation, post-graduations and all, they are not having or they're not fulfilling the demand of the industry, the skills that are being required in the industry. Now, this gap is being present regarding the education, and there is large amount of gap between the vocational and the apprenticeship that is being present, and there's large amount of gap between the women and the men. The gender dimensions is being present, where the unpaid and informal workers of women participation is being increasing, but still the professional workers participation of the women is not yet improving accordingly. Then without the proper safety, and we have large amount of crisis that is being present regarding the gender dimensions. Then we have the next that is being present. We have regional imbalances, not just the gender, not just the age group that is being present. We have regional developmental imbalances is present within the India. For example, the north and the eastern regions are having the youth lacking industry is being present, whereas the south and the west are having more industry, but they are aging in nature. Though there is large amount of youth industry, we still have it is poorly developed. Here we have a mature industry is being present, but we have large amount of aging population is being increasing. Second one, we have health burden has been there. Now, whenever the aging population has been there, working age population is being increasing in such that in future we might have a burden of the health care. That is what has been there. By 2050, 20% of Indians will become elderly, and there is a large amount of increasing importance need to be given for the healthcare and the pension facility. Infrastructural gaps that are being present need to be fulfilled. Now, what can be done or what are being done by the government of India regarding the gender or regarding the demographic dividend that is being present? First, we have many different schemes that have been there. we'll deal with the skill and employment scheme. So we have Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Skill India Mission, NEP, that is regarding the education, National Educational Policy 2020. Then we also have Apprenticeship Act reforms have been there. But yet we have large number of acts, policies, schemes have been present. The amount of reflected advantages in the youth and in the demographic dividend is still question mark. Then even in healthcare sector, we have Ayushman Bharat, where we are trying to provide healthcare access to the regions or the people. Then we have economic policy, production linked incentives, UPI, GST reforms, government push. We have demographic mission that has been present, where we are trying to include the youth into the development. Then what can be done so that the demographic dividend, the opportunity is being utilized more, our GDP and the growth has been increased, and the risk regarding the demographic dividend will be reduced. First thing is that to fix the skill and the job. What is the industry required? What are the different new skills that the industry is being required? Those skills should be imparted in the graduation, or those skills should be imparted in the youth itself. Second one, we should unlock women's work. Now here we have to increase more amount of child care centers, safe hostels, reliable transportation, flexible work arrangements. Now these all will enhance the working women population percentage in the labor force. As we all know, 50% of the Indian population belongs to women, and we have large amount of scope of increasing the working age or working population from the women. Then we have state-specific policy. Just now we see North, East are very young but still not been developed, whereas the South has been more developed but aging population has been there. So we need to have, the center should not have an holistic approach or holistic planning, but instead state-specific policies will enhance the better usage of the demographic dividend. Then we have to increase boosting the healthcare sector and social security. Then we have to have data-driven governance, where we have to use the surveys, the periodic labor force. We have to use these all surveys, data, and provide a particular target-specific policies should be framed. Lastly, we should push the labor-intensive exports should be done, then support MSME, where large amount of working is being done, then large increase of startups should be done. Then we will see one important practice question regarding the demographic dividend. Which of the following are the best examples in the term of demographic dividend? A. The long-term decline in fertility rate due to improved education and healthcare. B. The economic growth potential resulting from a higher proportion of working age population compared to the dependents. The rise in income levels due to migration of the population or from the rurals to urban areas. The benefits reaped from the foreign remittances sent by the country's diaspora. Now, which is the correct option for this question? Please comment in the comment section. Then we also have been trying to give one mains question, because already in the mains there is a question asked regarding the demographic dividend. Now there might be a possibility of asking this in different, for example in GS1 geography they can ask you, or is in the economy they can ask you, or we can find the question will be linked in different aspects of the essay. Now the one practice question which you can write is, India is often said to have a demographic dividend. Discuss the opportunities and challenges associated with it. Suggest measures to fully realize this potential. Now this session is actually explaining this question. We are giving what is the demographic dividend, what are the data that is being required present in India, what are the challenges that are being present, what are the opportunities that are being there, and what can be done by the India to make sure that demographic dividend will not turn into a disaster. We will be utilizing the demographic dividend in a way that it will increase our GDP, the growth and development will be done. This session has been explaining the aspects regarding the question. Now here we have explained what is the demographic dividend, what are the different data regarding India, what is the challenges that are being present, what India has been doing regarding the demographic dividend, what can be the way forward. Now today's session can be utilized in answering the mains answer. And India should be making sure, the government and the youth have to be made sure that the demographic dividend will be utilized and the disaster will be escaped. Thank you.